Hello and welcome back to the channel. Before I begin, as always, I want to thank all the subscribers, all the people that have been supporting this channel by watching the videos, hitting those likes, hitting those hypes. Really appreciate you very, very much. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Okay, so this video is about what happened last night and early this morning when the President of the United States decided to send in troops into Venezuela. Now, this has been something that he has been planning to do for, I believe it was the past 90 days. They've had surveillance on different places, especially where the president of Venezuela was staying. I believe his name is Maduro. And last night was go time. Now, when they decided to do this mission, they were real smart about it. They didn't get Congress's approval to make this move. What they did was they used it as a police action with military backing. In other words, the federal government, other high levels of government were going in to capture Maduro and his wife, bring them back to the United States. I believe they had already had charges and had been indicted before, but apparently nothing ever happened, with it. Well, they're being indicted now, and this president's going to make sure that they get prosecuted. Also, they're going to be going after any assets that were gained during a certain period of time when he was in power behind the illicit activities that he allowed to take place in his country. Okay. The president has been on TV talking about, part of this was to help the people of that country, because I think it was like 70,000 of them were forced out of that country and want to go back, but wouldn't go back because of Maduro, right? And he's saying that these assets that are going to be seized and the monies are going to be to help those people and the people of Venezuela. Okay, that's yet to be seen. A lot of the things that the president is planning to do is in the future. So we're not going to know whether he sticks to his word and really helps these people, or if this was just a big oil grab, which a lot of people are thinking and feeling. Okay. The United States was involved, and United States businessmen were involved with helping the country of Venezuela to produce oil and get their oil industry going. When Maduro took over, he pretty much cut them all out and turned their back on the United States and did his own thing. And according to President Trump, the other people in power never did anything about it. Well, he said he was. So is oil a reason that he went into the country? Yeah, I believe it's very much part of the reason. Okay. That on top of the fact that they had a lot of intelligence of drugs moving from that country to the United States, drugs that were killing people here on the streets of America. And we see that all the time. That's not the only country that's doing it, of course. We have Mexico very much involved with transporting different products into the United States that harms the citizens here. Nevertheless, he stated that pretty much the United States is going to be running Venezuela for the interim until they're able to get back on their feet and get their government in order. Now, I can't say that I believe what the president did was right. I'm not going to say what I believe it was wrong. Why? because too many people get very, very sensitive when it comes to political videos that are political. Everybody has their own views, their own ideas, whether this was the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, whether it was to protect the United States from drugs coming into the country or going in after Maduro and his wife and indicting them for being a participant in a country that's very much involved with narco trafficking. Okay, and I don't know. I'd like to see in the comment section what you guys think about it. There's been so much people doing content on this stuff. You know, it just took place. Do I believe that this is the end of the violence? No, I don't. I don't think so. I don't think a lot of the people there in Venezuela is gonna just give up the country to Trump and just lay down their arms and stuff. I believe there's going to be still a little bit more work to do on the ground. The president says he's not scared of boots on the ground. I think he's going to need them. Apparently, Maduro had a group of Cubans that were protecting him. Okay, wherever his compound was, his mansion, wherever he was staying, and a lot of them got unalived. A lot of them got injured when our troops went in there and did their thing, right? He was caught going into like a bunker with a big, heavy metal door. He had made it in and was closing the door, and they stopped it. They stopped him from closing the door, opened the door, and arrested him. Took him out of that country and brought him to New York City. From there, he's going to be turned over to the police there, the federal agents, and then he's going to be processed like a regular criminal. Of course, he's going to probably be put in some high-power facility and kept away from other individuals, no doubt. Yeah, there's so many moving parts to this, so many different opinions, and I don't know. The only thing I think about is how our country, any country, could go into another country and kidnap their president, you know, or their leader. They did it with Saddam Hussein. You know, they went in to Bin Laden's, you know, even killed one of his sons in the process. You know, they go in and they take leaders, you know, from different countries, and if they in the process they get unalived, you know, it was just part of the whole campaign, right? But it's just funny how just what a government can do, you know, to go in, even when the country's fortified with an army and soldiers to protect these individuals. I mean, they sent in, I believe it was 150 airships. They had the ships in the waters surrounding the country. You know, I mean, this wasn't a small contingency of soldiers. This was a huge attack. I was watching the bombing when it was taking place on TV, and yeah, man, they were lighting that country up, you know, and it strikes me kind of odd, like we have Russia going into the Ukraine because Russia believes something about the Ukraine, that it belongs to them for certain reasons and this, that, and the other. And even when they went into Kuwait, same thing. Those world powers, those leaders of those countries, we're doing what President Trump's doing, you know. And I guess I don't know. I don't know what to think about that, because when can one man really decide when it's time to go in like this? They say they didn't need Congress approval because they had it marked as police action, and the military was backing up these police agencies. It was a joint effort, you know. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But for one man to have that much power is it's crazy. It is to me. Anyways, people, I hope to hear what you have to think about, what you think about in the comment section. Um, Thank you for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Hope to see you on the next video.
Wondering what I'm doing, but I'm waiting for you. And